Okay, so if you missed the intro to this, basically what I'm trying to do is fix all my characters, or some of my characters, without spending any resin or materials of any sort as far as I can. I will be putting certain unleveled artifacts on characters just as placeholders because I do want to build them. This is also just marking out who I want to build. I already tried to record this and something happened. So this is the second time I'm doing this. I've already decided first character we're trying to build today is Xiangling, or fix today, because I really kind of need her because I have a whole bunch of hydro and whatnot, and it's probably a good idea. Second character. As much as I would love to do Chevreuse, I feel like she's just not that useful. The only good overload setup I have right now is Raiden, and I'm gonna be honest, it's just not nearly as good as your modern Natland stuff. It's pretty good, to be fair. I think what I'm just missing out on is, I mean, I could technically do Xiangling, but also C6 Hara is not horrible, though I don't even know if people use C6 Hara. They might just use Xiangling. But yeah, I'm not going to build Overload right now. As much as I like that team, I feel like it's not my best option. That being said, a character that is definitely a good option is Xingqiu. Very good character. Really should build him. So he is number 2 on the list. So we got Xiangling and Xingqiu that we will build just momentarily. And finally, for the last character, I'm going to go with Pyro MC. For those who are wondering why the heck I would do that. Energy problems with Xiangling in certain burn melt teams. I feel like Pyro MC actually doesn't do a bad job and can give damage bonus to Natland characters. No, can give damage bonus to all characters. Just so much. So much. It's bad. It's not worth it. But yes, I have used her in a couple of teams and I did find her quite fun. It's just I kept stealing her artifacts for Eon Sun. But yeah, so starting with Xiangling, Noblesse Oblige. So artifact 1, custom config, main, it will be ER, Pyro, crit rate, emblem, and then we can go ahead, crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and secondary will be attack and EM. Then only artifacts that are not equipped, save config, and she already has her best set on. Okay, equipped. So now every time I do steal her artifacts, I can just go back here, click custom configuration, click equip. I think that's pretty nice. 1 or 2 people were complaining that it isn't a great artifact loadout system. I think it's just fine. I think it's actually just fine because, again, if you don't like one of the artifacts, you can just come in here and you can say check alternatives, and you can be like, okay, no, I want this one rather, and then you can equip like that. So yeah, it is maybe not flawless, but you can still switch a couple of things out. We're gonna go with that. That is pretty decent. Xiangling crit could be higher, EM could definitely be higher. Also, technically she could switch to a Dragon's Bane. I do have an R5, but she does do some ER and attack stats, so I'm gonna keep this for now. I think this is a fine setup. 1 character done. Next character, Xingqiu. Weapon. Also, yes, I will be changing the weapons if necessary. Technically this weapon could work. Elemental skill and elemental burst is increased, but I don't have an ER sense. If I had an ER sense, this would work pretty well as like a weapon for him. But since I don't, I'm gonna go with Euphonious. Artifacts. We're gonna fast equip again, I guess. Well, we're gonna fast equip this time actually. Oh yeah, I remember I did this earlier. I actually made like a loadout for him. Just do this. Make sure it's crit damage, crit rate, ER, emblem, attack, hydro, crit rate, and save. It changed his circlet to give ER versus... Interesting, I might just put plan 2s. Okay, and you may have noticed the glaring, unleveled attack stance, and this is why I mentioned it, is because he's kind of got that artifact, though technically speaking, we can break a rule here. I think I do have enough XP for like 1 artifact. Since he's a high priority character, I feel like it's okay. Nice 2x. I'm not looking at the stats, so I don't know if it's good. And it's not terrible. I will take that actually. 2 EMs. I mean, EMs are not really good on him. I know I put like the whole EM thing, but like you don't actually need EM on him. In fact, like if he even does a reaction, it'll be one of his little rain swords. But yeah, I just feel like every substat is better than none. And also look at the difference. I got this artifact versus also use recommended order. I got this artifact versus this one, which it literally says is better for him, but for some reason it gave me this one earlier. I don't know why. Oh, actually I think I do know why. I go fast equip, plan 1, change settings. Yeah, okay, that's why. Because one of his priority minor affixes, it was attack percent, so that's why I prioritized the... Yeah, okay, we're gonna bin this one. So this is our plan. It's decent, I would say. I'm not complaining. 62 crit rate, 117 crit damage. 196 is basically all you need with his C6, or whichever one that gives him energy, actually. But yeah, not bad. not bad for a Xingqiu. I will take that. Big crit rate from the flower there. Okay, cool. So Xingqiu's done. Xiangling is done. And now for Pyro MC. Why am I scrolling that way? They're this way. Pretty simple. Yeah, may not be technically the best set. I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so we're gonna do recommended stats, and then we're just gonna edit here slightly. I don't really care for ER, so we'll remove the attack there, and we'll put EM there, and then we will put attack up there. Okay, and attack, pyro, crit rate, save. Okay, fire damage bonus, crit rate, attack. Pretty bad plume. I don't have good cinder pieces just because I haven't raised a lot of them. 59, 126.9, and 184 ER. That ain't half bad. Yeah, okay, cool. Pyro Goblet we might rob at some point and just give the attack goblet because we do not need a Pyro Goblet on Pyro MC. We can just go with an attack goblet and it would be fine. Sword. Yeah, I think if I change it, it messes up things. Though, sack could work. In fact, I'm going to switch to sack because reasons. The reset. If I can hit the reset, then I can use the skill again. And to be fair, her skill does sometimes not really come back. So if I can maybe just get like one more refinement. Also, I just want to point out, right? R5 flute, which if you're wondering why it's leveled, it's because I was like really low level when I did it. I know it's not a bad weapon for Jean, but anyways, R5 flute. Why game? Why? But yes, I would like one more refinement for my sack sword. And then it's an 80% chance, and then it should be pretty consistent. But yeah, not too bad, I would say. Yeah, Pyro Traveler, Xingqiu, and Xiangling all fixed without touching talents or levels or weapons, like leveling. Okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe let's see if we can do another. Okay, you know what? You know what I said about Chevreuse not being that useful? I'm gonna put her back up there. Like, I'm gonna put her back up there. Yeah, characters like Yansan are going to be practically useless except for a few special situations because I do not have C4. That was C5, C4. I do not have her explosive, and yeah, it's just not going to work. Okay, so Chevreuse should be pretty simple. Just a noblesse set should be fine. Let's do custom recommended, and I know going custom and then clicking recommended kind of leaves you with the same thing, but we're gonna do noblesse, please. Don't have song, and I don't want a bold song. HP with ER, and the rest we do not care about. Save configuration. Okay, this is technically my Nilus plume, but that's anyways gonna change, I think, because we want something with some ER. So we got HP attack, HP, ER, HP, some ER. Mostly attack. Is there not a better goblet? I mean, the HP circle is pretty cheap. Let's see, check alternatives. Flowers. So we really need just more noblesse artifacts. Okay, equip. There we go. Oh, there we go. 4 characters fixed. I think that is perfectly fair. These are going to be mostly like mini videos, not really long, just short little segments. And yeah, you'll probably get like 3 or 4 of them, and then it's going to be finished. And then I actually have to bold characters properly, if even 3 or 4. I'm quite quickly running out of useful artifacts that can go in full sets. Yeah, so final bolds is start with Xiangling weapon. That thing, that's 66 113 226 ER with 128 elements mastery. Not horrible. EM could be higher. Xingqiu has more EM than Xiangling. That's a problem. 62 117 186. Pretty decent for a C6 Xingqiu on a 90 Favonian sword. Then we have DMP MC. Why am I saying DMC? And no, not that DMC. 1.5k attack, 59 crit, 124, 184 energy recharge. You have so much energy recharge, it's like actually unnecessary. But I want this. I could technically switch this for something else. Technically speaking, I could do an EM bold and use Zephos for team energy, but most of the teams she's used in, that I used her in, don't require energy. It's Melt Writhely and Vaporize Molani. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. It's fine. It's okay. And then finally, our Chevreuse, 40k HP, which is the important stuff, and then just 133 ER. She'll get her burst every 2 rotations, I think. Well, then again, if she's in a Raiden team, she'll get more. And obviously, talents are actually okay for these sets of characters, which is also kind of why I decided on them. Ignore that. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. I would showcase them, but that's not the point of this. It's just kind of fixing them, and I honestly don't have time to showcase them. But yeah, maybe I'll make a follow-up of showcasing them all. So each one of these will have a little showcase for each character separately. So we'll do this video where you see the build, and then the next video will be the actual showcase. But anyways, thanks for watching. Small little thing, and yeah, I shall see you next time. Bye. Bye.